Hey guys, I'm going to do a quick little video on my SCX10 truck. I have converted it to the Rancho look, if you want to call it that. I guess that's what they're calling it. Anyway, you see the articulation on the back end of my truck. We'll sit on a Dr. Pepper can with all the other tires planted firmly on the ground. So, how did I do that? Good question. There's the back. Let's do the front the same way. Same with the front. All the tires are touching the ground. So yeah, pretty good articulation on that old SCX10. Now, this is how I did that. Let me take the top off of it. Take the body off, whatever you want to call it. Alright, let's take a look. As you can see, I do not have shock towers anymore. So, I did some measuring on the frame, the back part here at the very tippity tip of the frame. It measured 4 and 13/16 inches from the back of the frame to the center line of the frame, middle of the frame, and put a dot and then drilled a hole on both sides. And the little the cross member piece that goes in the middle of the frame, this is gonna be kind of hard to show y'all, but I'm trying to. That piece used to be one piece and it had that X in the middle of it, so like a little brace. Well, I took that out and actually cut that X piece out of there and put it back in and secured the toolbox with one piece of it, and the other piece I used to mount my shocks with so I could screw them through the frame and into that plastic piece. Those are some homemade links that I made out of some tubing. Anyway, besides the point, just want to show it while I was underneath there. So that actually moved the shock from the center point, straight up and down, all the way over to here. Now, when I did that, that gives the shock full travel just at a different angle. And by doing that, it added, and I don't know what the factory, what kind of height you can get off the factory link, with it all set up from factory. I don't remember. I didn't measure it. But now I'm getting 5 inches of travel from the ground to the bottom of the tire on the front and the back. What else did I do? Y'all have seen this truck before, I guess, if you've watched any of my videos. I'm mounting my battery across the shock towers in the front, and I put my electronics in this toolbox back here. Worked out pretty good. Everything fits in there nicely. Got my little switch in there too. You can turn it on. Oh, well, my battery's unplugged. Anyway, you can still get to the one-touch setup on my rooster crawler speed control. Anyway, all right, moving on to the front. Like I said, I mounted my battery across the shock towers. Now, how did I do that? Well, because I no longer have rear shock towers, I borrowed them and put them on the front. So yeah, there's the factory mounting position for the shock towers, and I took the back ones and just turned them sideways and screwed them into the top there on the back hole, run them over and around, and then screwed the bottom in with a longer Allen screw on the bottom, and then mounted the shock tower on one of the holes on the shock tower that's facing this way. And because it has this bar coming across the back now, give me a place to zip tie my battery tray or battery plate to it, so that I can strap my battery down across my frame long ways like that. See if you can see. You can't really see much on the other side either. There's a lot of junk in the way. But anyway, you get the idea. And then actually put the shock at an angle that would also give me added suspension travel. On the very front, where the servo is, there's normally a brace that goes across here for the battery plate. I took that out. That way, see, I got full travel with nothing obscuring or blocking the servo. I've got full travel. So yeah, real squishy front end. Yeah, look at that. Anyway, so that's what I did. If you're interested in doing this, like I said, the only measurement you really need to know is that from the back of the frame to center of the frame here is 4 13/16. Put you a little dot, drill you a little hole the same size as these other holes, and get you something to mount. You know, you can use a screw and a bolt, or bolt in a nut, whatever you need. But you do need to put that spacer in there to get it off the frame that normally goes behind the shock. Anyway, once you get that measurement, then you pretty much alleviate the rear shock tower from back here, and you can move it to the front, and all you do is just bolt it in those positions, and you move that front shock back some, and that will give you some awesome wheel travel. I think you'll be happy with that. Now, like I said, I'm not going to put that saw on the way all the way, but you get the idea. I put a toolbox back here to mount my electronics in, and then just put my spare tire and my little old cooler, funky little cooler and cable on there. But if you didn't want to do that, you could actually, because you have this frame fully open and flat, you could put you like a flatbed back here, or an actual truck bed that would sit right. You know, it won't be sitting all up high like the honcho sets. It'll actually sit flush on the frame, and that would be pretty cool. But that's my truck. I guess they're calling it the Rancho look. I don't know what that means exactly, but that's just what I've heard it called. Anyway, I thought it would be a kind of a neat look for my truck, and because I moved my shocks the way I did, I've increased my wheel travel. So if you like this idea and you want to copy it, there you go. Like I said, all you need to know is that 4 13/16 measurement, and then go from there. Good luck. If you like my video, click like. If you like my videos and want to watch more of them, subscribe. And if you don't like them, well, then quit watching them. But I appreciate you watching them and taking the time to see my ideas, what I have. And if you like it, I hope you do the same thing to your truck. So good luck with that. I hope this was helpful. That was the whole intention of this video, was to give you a tip that may help you in situations where you rock crawl or do some extreme scale trailing, or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, and good luck on your builds on your little trail trucks. See y'all later.